Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We had a great question on one of our other videos. Somebody was asking about how to make a filterable blog. It's really easy to do, especially now with Divi 5. If I roll down, I've got one right here. Now I've done this with a regular blog module. You could do it with a loop system as well. We did one with the loop system here on the front page. You can customize it a lot more that way. But today, for simplicity, I'm just going to use regular blog module. And we got supercars, we got trucks, we got boats, and we've got helicopters. Really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and edit with Divi. We're using the great new Divi 5 theme to do this today. I'm going to go down and let's get rid of this whole thing and we'll start from scratch. Now Divi's got a great little blog module right here, but you can't make it filterable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tabs module. If we roll down, here's the tabs. As you can see, it puts in 2 tabs. I'm going to let go of one of those. I'm going to go inside our first tab here, and it's got a great new feature called Elements under the Content tab. We're in the tab module. If we open it up with a little chevron there, we can add any element or combination of elements we want. So I'm going to add the blog to this one. Just roll down a little bit. You can choose a number of posts. Well, I've only got 4 in each category, so I quickly made these just for demo purposes. So I'm going to select perhaps supercars for our first one. Now, before I go any further, this is pulling in from our blog post that we've created on this site. For anybody that doesn't realize that, I'm sure most of you do. If we go down to our dashboard, for this to work, you must have created some posts. So we go down to posts. As you can see, I've got a lot of published posts here. They've got various categories of helicopters, boats, trucks, concept cars, supercars, etc. If I go into one of these, each of our posts has a featured image, a title, which is the page title, and an excerpt. And I put these in. If we just go back, I hit the add post. Here's where you put your title in at the top, obviously. You can set your featured image, that were what we were looking at before here. And you can add an excerpt here. And this is what it's actually pulling in for our little filter blog right here. Here's the featured image. Here's the title. It's actually got some metadata in there too, which is author name, date, etc. and the various categories that it's in. And there's the excerpt down below. So like I say, we can choose our categories here, what you want to show. I'm only going to show 4 because that's all I've got. Actually, with the supercars, I did have a few more. And if we roll down, it's using the post excerpts that I showed you before. And in Elements, just down below, you can choose to show featured image. Show a read more button if you want to. That's off at the moment, but if I put it there, it'll pop that in there. Show the author. We've got the author, date, and categories. If you want to take those away, just uncheck those, obviously. Now, as I've only got 4, I'm going to put mine into 2 columns. Look a bit more symmetrical that way. We can do that over in design here. Layout. It's set to a grid. Here's the number of columns. I'm going to just take it down to 2. Perfect. Now up here, if you want to keep it, we've got a bit of information. That's actually in the tabs. So if I go to the top one, which is the tabs module, over to content, elements in our first tab. Here's that text. If you want to keep it, fine. If not, if you just want it to show the actual posts themselves, you can do this, but it's a great place for titles and a little explanation about each of your categories there. That's entirely up to you. See, if I delete it, it's gone. Now we want to give our tab a title. Our first one's supercars here. As you can see, that's changed that up there. Great. Well, now we've got our first one. It's really easy to add any other categories you want to it. And I'll show you how to turn these tabs into looking more like buttons in a moment. So we're in the actual tab at the moment. Let's go to the tab with an S on it, tabs. That's our main element. If we go back there, go into the element. There's the tab we've created. I'm going to duplicate it for as many as you want there. I'm going to do 4 of them because that's how many categories I've got. And if we go into the second one, we'll call this perhaps boats. And we can go down to the elements just below. We should find our little blog module, here it is. I'm going to go into this one. For the content, I'm going to choose boats. Now you won't see any change there because we're still on the first tab. And we just rinse repeat. I'm going to go back to tabs here, elements. I'm going to go to the third one now. Again, to the elements, into the blog module. Content. Let's make this one perhaps helicopters. Uncheck the supercars. Then we can go back and back again. Back to the elements. Number 4 here. Here's our blog. Content again. And we'll perhaps have trucks in this one. Make sure we undo that one. I'm just going to have a look at my second tab. I'm not sure that I unchecked my supercars from that one. If not, you know how to do that. We'll go back to the main tabs, elements, tab number 2 it was. There's the blog, content. I did, so that's absolutely fine. And if we look now, I'm going to save draft. And we'll have a quick preview. Roll down. We got our supercars. Like I say, I've only put 4 in each. You can have as many or as few as you want. And put however many columns you want in yours. There's our boats. Didn't change the supercars to helicopters. Didn't change the trucks up there. We know how to fix that. It's really easy. And what I'll do is I'll show you how to style this so it looks more like buttons and less like a tab. So let's go back in there, correct the stuff that I forgot. So we're in number 2 at the moment, boats. Let's go into tab number 3. Text. It was helicopters. That's great. Go back to our tabs. Elements. Number 4. It was trucks, wasn't it? There we go. That's a little bit more like it. Okay, so how are we going to turn these a bit more button-like? I want them kind of spread across the top here. What we can do, we'll go back into our main tabs module here. Now, unfortunately, there's no sizing for the actual tab themselves up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to Advanced and CSS, Module Elements. If we roll down, we got the tab controls, which is this main strip right here. Just demonstrate, if I take that background color away, let's say background, none, you can see there's no background there. If we want to take the border away from the outside, we can do that in design. I'll do that in a moment. Let's continue styling these buttons. If we go down a little bit more, we got a tab, which is each of these tabs here. And you've got active tabs around here. I'm just going to go into the tab. As I've got 4 of them, I'm going to use a percentage. So this is 100% here. If I divide that by 4, if I make each of these 25%, so let's say width, width, colon, I'm going to say 25 and the percent sign. You can see that they've spread across here. Now, once you've got them the size you want them, we can go back into our design. We've got a choice of background colors for the inactive. That's the one we're not highlighting. So let's make that perhaps a light blue. And the active tab, which in this case will be the supercars, let's make that the darker blue perhaps. I'm going to use the same text color for all of it. So if I roll down the text color here, let's make that white perhaps. But I don't see an alignment there, and I want mine to be aligned in the middle. So to do that, we can go back over to our advanced, to the module elements again. Where it says width right here, I'm going to put a semicolon afterwards. I'm going to say text align middle. Text, T-E-X-T-align, A-L-I-G-N, colon, center. As you can see, that's popped that into the center for us. And for anybody that's worried about CSS, I'll put this down below. You can just copy and paste it. Remember, 25% if you got 4. If you had 5, it would be 20%, etc. If you had 8, just divide 100 by 8, etc. And let's get rid of this little border here, unless you want to keep it, of course. Still in the tabs module, that'll be in design. If we roll down some more, you'll find the border down here. I think by default, it's set to 1 pixel. It is. You can get rid of that just by doing that. As you can see, really easy to do. Well, let's save this. We'll make sure it's going to work on the front end. Before I do, let's just check it on tablet and mobile. It should be absolutely fine. On tablet, that's great. On mobile, they should stack. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem there on mobile. So once we're in the mobile, I can go back over to our advanced, to our module elements again, where we put in our 25% there. These want to be 100%. So they're stacked on top of each other. Unless you've got a better design, do it however you wish. So I'm going to say width 100%. Perfect. So we've got that on mobile, this on tablet, and this on desktop. Let's make sure this is all going to work on the front end. We'll save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's re-preview. Here we go. We'll roll down a little bit. There's our supercars. Here's our boats, helicopters, and trucks. And when we click on one, obviously it's going to take us to the post. Perfect. And we'll go back. So there we have it, guys. There's how to make a really easy filterable blog post using Divi 5. The new elements feature there, we can just add whatever modules you want. Like I said earlier, if you want to, we can do it with the loops instead of a blog module like we did in our previous video here. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.